Welcome back, everybody.
Hi, guys.
I'm on vacation. Yeah. We're here in Oceanside, California. How long have we been here?
Like, too long.
It's early November, and Ben and I have been hanging out in Oceanside for the last month, waiting for the hurricanes to wrap up before heading south to Mexico.
But we are ready to go sailing. We've been on the dock for too long.
So we've done a bunch of boat work since we've been here. I don't know if we've filmed hardly any of it. Gooseneck was a big one. What else did we do? We did an oil change.
We finally finished our autopilot install. We put that to bed and I put the wall back together.
So there's the finish install. The autopilot. Added a little charging station. Got a stern anchor.
Got a solenoid valve for our toilet.
We also installed our new friction pads for when you're steering.
Bunch of little things. Boat's back in ship shape. But now I got time off. Now we're going down the Baja coast. We're going to friggin' Mexico, baby.
We're entering
tacos and tequila.
new
and
country.
You and our friends, All About Spray, are there waiting for us. So let's do it.
Here we go. New country. All right.
It's about 90 nautical miles from Oceanside to Ensenada, so we were starting off with the night passage so as to arrive during the day.
It's been fun, but I'm so excited for the next country. So we are going 5 knots of boat speed on a beam with 10 knots of wind. It is a beautiful evening. There's not much swell. There's a really pretty sunset. It's nice to be back on the water, and we're getting some really great conditions to start off our night. Beautiful evening.
Morning, everybody. Didn't get much sleep last night, but man, what a stunner sunrise. I've taken like probably 1,000 videos and photos already. Pretty beautiful. We're 50 miles out or so from Ensenada. We made okay time last night. The winds were a little bit unsettled. We probably averaged like 4 or 5 knots. And we're crawling along now at 3.5. I think I might fire up the engine now that it's daylight and get us into Ensenada, get our slip, check in to Mexico. We're in Mexico. That's pretty cool. So many. Hope I don't hit one.
There's a lot. All right, well, we are about an hour away from Ensenada here. It's exciting. We're both pretty tired, but really excited to check in and yeah, and in about an hour here we'll be docking. We got a guest slip for the day, and yeah, it's starting to feel like we're actually in Mexico. We're somewhere hot. We got welcomed in by dolphins today, so we did it! So Ben is just flaking the sail now. He also had to put our reef lines back on from when our gooseneck blew up. We took the sail off, so it's a little bit of a slower process. And as I'm in the cockpit waiting, I'm thinking about the last time we flaked the sail, and like all those many times before, we have to like stop what you're doing, turn into the wind, and it's go on deck, and it's such a process. And doing it in like toques and winter coats and having like cold rain pelt you in the face, like it just seems like such an awful process that both of us really hated doing. And now I'm like, this is really chill. Why did I hate it so much? But obviously it's so much warmer now, so.
Since you can't bring most produce across the border, as soon as we got about an hour out, we got rid of our leftovers by offering it up to the trash can.
Good little trash can. Hi, this is SD Fiona. I booked a slip yesterday and I just don't have access to my emails. Do you know which slip we're supposed to be in? Thank you. I'm on the radio, Mom.
I'm auditing your call, making sure you're doing it right. Hablas inglés. Oh God. Tiene.
New country. Hola. Hola, amigos.
Pretty sure I didn't sleep much last night either.
We are here in Ensenada. We are gonna go get checked in and then get some tacos. You're a little Mexican. Come straight. Come on.
Okay.
Hola. ¿Hablas inglés? Muy Ali. Muy Ali.
Very. You like to need a bit of a bigger flag. That one just. I can hardly see it.
See what?
The flag.
What flag?
You see it? There's a flag over there.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we read a lot of different things about what we would need in order to check into Mexico. But what we found was that included in the fee in our guest slip, the marina basically spoon-fed us by printing off everything that we needed, putting it in our hands, and literally driving us to the port captain's office. This was Cruiseport Village Marina. At a bare minimum, we needed our passports and a temporary import permit. A temporary import permit, you can get this in advance or through a Banjo-Seater when you arrive. You will need to prove ownership over the boat, which we did using our certificate of registry and a bill of sale.
Well, that was incredibly easy. We got our TIP, our temporary import permit, in advance, and that seemed to make it fairly seamless. The port captain is closed today. It's 3. I don't know what time they close at, but he was like, yes, we'll just do it tomorrow. Just come here at 9:30. You can go walk around until then.
We're not technically checked into the country yet.
We're illegal taco eaters.
Which means we've got the rest of the day to drink margaritas and not worry about getting up early tomorrow.
Oh yeah, baby!
Here we go. Back at me? Good. Now show me your nipple.
Here it's like the sights and the smells and the sounds and the language and all that. It feels like it reminds me of traveling, which I haven't felt since way before COVID.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
All right. First thing we did when we got to the States was grab a hamburger, and first thing we do when we get to Mexico is grab taco.
How is it?
The sun was hot, the tacos were delicious, and many margaritas were killed in the making of this episode.
Good morning, everybody. We are day 2 in Ensenada. I was pretty tired yesterday when we got in. We didn't really have a lot of energy to do much other than tacos and margaritas real quick. I was in bed by 6. Feeling great today, though. It is not a cloud in the sky. This is the sunshine that we were coming for, folks. I am feeling great today. Went for a little exercise. Flew the drone real quick before I got in trouble. And now, sorry about the noise there, but now we are going to finish our check-in with the port captain. We didn't get in early enough yesterday to do that. And we're going to go grocery shopping. We've already stocked up on some beers last night. And then we're leaving. We're going to go chase down Kayleen and Ty down the coast and do some surfing and be on anchor and all that. So yeah, we got to get this stuff done, and then we're heading down the coast.
We also heard about acquiring an exit stamp from the US, which I did ask about, and they said it wasn't necessary. The exit stamp is only needed if your boat has a TIP on it from a previous owner, in which case the Banjo-Seater agent can just remove it and replace it with yours. You do not need to make a crew list. In our experience, the port captain had his own way of doing it, and even if we did make one, he would likely just have redone it.
He's practicing our Spanish.
It's basically a comic book in Spanish, but it's easier to understand what they're saying when there's pictures.
So the marina office, they've already done a bunch of the paperwork for us to check into Mexico, and then they gave us a ride. It's a pretty well-oiled machine. There's a bunch of other cruisers checking in too, and they gave us a quick 5-minute ride over to the port captain's office here, where we finished checking in. And I don't know, like, if that's just, we didn't expect the marina to help sort of hold our hands through this process, but maybe that's just part of staying at the marina, part of the fee. Cruiser port is where we're staying. So yeah, hopefully this doesn't take too long and we can get on to grocery shopping. We're checked in. All right, checked in. We are free to roam.
And best part is we smuggled in all these drugs.
Yeah, we brought all our drugs in.
Okay, but first, street tacos.
Yum.
All right, now that Ben's eaten, he's less grumpy.
Allie's usually the one that gets the hanger going on, but I was hungry.
I do get some pretty bad cases of hanger.
Pretty bad is an understatement. Allie gets... My friend once told me that you have to have a chocolate bar in your pocket at all times to pass your girlfriend when she gets cranky, and I feel like with Allie that's really important advice that one
I need
should
like
heed.
3 granola bars.
She needs
Anyways.
something sometimes, that's for sure.
Anyways, we're gonna go get some provisioning from this little flea market that we're at and probably talk about leaving. Heading down the coast. I don't know how to tell. This start like an apple.
Oh yeah, man, I'm telling you.
It smells so good in here. Like tropical fruit. We spent a whopping $35. Woo-hoo! Okay, so Ben went to take Bruce for a walk and I'm just putting away the groceries. I have to show you guys this. I just noticed that Ben bought cheese of a Chihuahua. Is that what I'm reading correctly? And I don't know why I find that so gross, but ew! Queso Chihuahua. Chihuahua.
Shout out to Kirk Kaza, our new patron. Thanks for joining the team, Kirk. And if you haven't already, you're gonna want to hit subscribe so that you don't miss out on our surf safari down the coast of Baja, Mexico. Ain't nobody seen the coast like we will. And since you're here, maybe check out this episode because it's a really good one too. And we will see you at the next episode.